Welcome back to the BRRRRR Investor Podcast, where our mission is to empower aspiring real estate investors in their journey towards building generational wealth. Today, we're joined with my good friend Casio Shyn. Casio is an attorney and the founder of Alpha Biz. Casio has been in the intellectual property licensing business in China since 2007 and was a founding member of Wounded Eagle UAS, a nonprofit that trains veterans interested in a career in the UAS industry. In his free time, Casio enjoys volunteering to support veterans and organizations, including regularly providing services for the Community Veteran Justice Project and its clients. Casio, first of all, thank you so much for your service, and I truly appreciate you being here today.
Oh yeah, I was a United States Marine. Right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So let's get started here. What are some of the problems that Alpha Biz is trying to solve?
So the industry of buying and selling businesses, our fundamental premise is that it's broken. Currently, there's approximately 32 million small businesses in the U.S., and of those, there's about 65,000 listings of businesses for sale, right? So 32 million versus 62,000. What does that tell you?
Wow.
They're just overwhelmingly large number of businesses, but it's just a very tiny fraction are listed for sale. And of the 65,000, only about 8,600 are sold each year.
Okay.
So that's a shockingly low number of the entire United States. And if you look at the current model, the websites that buy and sell businesses, these websites are primarily marketing for the agent, and they have a vague description. They don't tell you the location in most cases. They'll tell you maybe state, county. So there's no real way to know what business is for sale if you're the buyer searching.
Okay.
So it's a vague listing with very little information, fake listings, financial documents aren't there. So lots of things are missing, which would eventually be disclosed at some point to the buyers, right? So that's what we think is the main problem. And the question for us is, can you mimic the residential home buying process for buying and selling businesses?
Okay.
That's the question that we have, and that's what we're trying to do, where the buyer searches at the convenience of their home. The preliminary searches should be done through the internet, right? And the vetting, part of the due diligence can be done through the internet, all on one site. So we're hoping to change the model to make it similar to residential home buying process.
So it sounds like, the websites, the business sale websites are more, as you mentioned, geared towards advertising for an agent and having you reach out to the agent versus actually reaching out about a specific business, because it's very vague. It doesn't really tell you much about the business, the details, the location, etc. And the business may not even be for sale anymore. However, it's just posted there, but you're going to be reaching out to the agent. So it's a bit misleading. Would you agree?
Yeah, there are problems with fake listings.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are differences between residential home buying and buying a business. For the average time to sell a home is about 22 days. The average time to sell a business is about 180 to 300 days.
Wow.
So just because it takes longer doesn't mean that you can't provide more information up front.
Of course.
Lots of differences, lots of problems, lots of pain points that we want to solve.
And there's a lot of things that go into buying a business anyways, a little bit more complex than just buying a home. So I'm sure that also adds into the time frame that it takes to buy a business in general, right?
Yes. A complaint that I hear frequently is that the agents don't return phone calls or provide information in a timely manner. And that shouldn't be the case. We just live in a society where communications should be in real time or at least daily. So it should be prompt, right? So it is a real problem, the fact that these businesses are taking so long to sell. And part of it is it's the agents, it's the current business model. So how can we change that? Yeah.
So that's awesome. That takes me to my next question. So that sounds like it's one of the pain points that, customers are facing, on the searching end of it, right? So what are other pain points that, clients are facing, in this industry? Outside of communication, like maybe the actual seller themselves, like what kind of issues do they encounter?
So for both parties, data analysis is very important. And people are buying and selling businesses without the right information, without business intelligence. So if you are able to disclose the location, as we propose, if you are able to create a private marketplace, then you can provide data analytics, the business intelligence. So for example, commercial rent. How much rent should I be paying for this space? That's a question that can be answered with data, but it's not presented to every buyer in the right way. And we want to change that. We want to provide data analysis. Another example is the number of competitor of one business over another, right? Or a traffic map of shopping centers. All of these things can be described in terms of a data point, but I don't believe there is an entity or a broker that is providing this information to the degree that we want to.
Got it.
So data analytics is important. Right now, Alpha Biz is working on valuations. And we can answer the question, am I overpaying or underpaying for a business? We've analyzed the markets, and the data analysis for valuations. So we can really answer that question. You have to look at multiples, and we're finding a lots of shocking things about the industry, how some of the previous leaders in business valuations are wrong in many ways.
So it sounds like, Alpha Biz is here to solve a huge problem in, the sale of businesses and try to replicate what's currently the case with like residential real estate. So what are other solutions Alpha Biz is trying to present to the industry?
So if there is a way to streamline the process, if there is a way to share documents, the information sharing should be near instantaneous. And if there is a way to guide the parties through data analytics, that would be our goal. Our ultimate goal is to create an online marketplace with a vendor network of some sort. So we think there's a definite problem in the fact that location is not disclosed, and it's a vague description of the business. Information isn't shared to the parties up front. That's another problem. So, and our solution is to solve these pain points. But let's just go back. In residential home buying, the address of the home is there. You know exactly what you're buying. For a business, for most listings, it's very vague. And the buyer's saying to themselves, what am I looking at? What am I getting myself into? So there's a lot of uncertainty. There are things wrong with this profession that I don't want to, that shouldn't be. There should be a level of professionalism. But moving on.
Okay. So can you tell us about the industry of buying and selling businesses?
I think we touched upon
Yeah.
some of the points. Yeah, we would like to revolutionize the industry of buying and selling businesses by disclosing the location, providing data analytics, and information sharing. So that's ultimately our goal. And right now we have a tool that's very useful for brokers. It probably saves them hours of data analysis because we can tell you exactly how much you should be selling your business or you should be buying your business. So, and if a listing is overpriced or underpriced compared to the market. So, yeah, that's one key benefit that we're solving right now at this minute.
So yeah, it helps, a person getting into buying a business, whether they're experienced or not, to know the valuation. What is it worth? Is it, are they overpaying, underpaying, like you mentioned? And, that's crucial. And I think with what you're presenting here and what Alpha Biz is all about is it's a win-win situation for everyone involved, both the seller of the business, the buyer of the business, and at the same time, the agent's going to get the exposure that they're going to get. So I don't know why, it's a brilliant idea, and I don't know, why they do it the way they do it now. So it's a great thing that you're working on.
Yeah. So if about 8,600 businesses were bought and sold nationally on our competitors' website, that tells me there's a very large number of off-market transactions, private transactions. So that's probably unrecognized, and we still want the agent to be involved, but closer to the end of the process, similar to residential home buying. The agent is key. You need a trusted advisor to tell you what to do, but the preliminary searching can mimic residential home buying.
Got it.
So know that agents, it's a hard industry. It's got to be a really tough job just because of the number of listings that actually aren't sold, right?
Okay.
So if we can get the agents more involved and save everyone time, that would be the goal.
Got it. So let's talk about AI. AI is obviously, having a big impact on many different industries. How will AI impact this industry?
There's pattern recognition and there's natural language searching.
Okay.
Currently, there is no website where you can just ask queries such as, I want to find a pizza shop in New York with at least 5 tables that does lots of takeout with a patio. Okay, but if a company does natural language searching for businesses, the marketplace for businesses, it would revolutionize the industry, and it would be a game changer, just that functionality, right? You'd be different than all the competitors right now. So there is an opportunity for other players, other people, other companies, such as Alpha Biz, to really use the latest and greatest in technology and implement it and be better than the competition.
Got it. Yeah, this is awesome. So, Casio, other than, what you do with Alpha Biz and the many other things that you're involved in, how do what are some of the things that you enjoy doing on your spare time? What are some hobbies that you have and things you enjoy doing?
Well, I am an exercise fanatic. I may not look it because of my age right now, but I do love to exercise, and I just love to surf the net and research companies, and I do also some work for a nonprofit, legal work for Community Veteran Justice Project. They provide pro bono legal services to military veterans in and around LA County. So that's something that I do on my spare time.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, as we wrap up this awesome conversation, can you tell our listeners what is the best way, how is the best way to reach you and learn more about your services?
So you can log onto our website, www.alphabiz.org,
Okay.
and just go through our valuation calculator. If you're a seller, you can get two different valuations, one based on an industry multiple and the other based on comps. Or if you're a buyer, you can search for comps and have the data analytics done for you, in the sense that you will have cash flow multiples as well as revenue multiples. And you can quickly scan the listings and compare the multiples and figure out what your target number is, and use that as a basis for comparison. So it saves countless hours. The analytics is actually done for you, which is the key premise solution to element of Alpha Biz.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Casio, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. I truly appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to, connect with you and your wealth of knowledge, man. Thank you so much for your time.
It was my pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you all for joining us on the BRRRR Investor Podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, please hit like and subscribe to our channel for more real estate insights. We love hearing from you, so please leave your thoughts, questions, or topics you'd like us to cover in the comment section below. Be sure to check out our website, thebrrinvestor.com, and follow us on social media at thebrrinvestor. Keep learning and investing, and we'll see you in the next episode. I'm your host, Alex Nale. Stay invested.